Okay, we are live. What's going on,
Kojima's
YouTube?
leaving Konami. Panic, panic.
Okay,
Just
all right,
kidding.
all right, all right, all right. What's going on, YouTube? I'm your host, Leon Gunstall, and we have another This Week in Gaming for March 19th, 2015. This is a live stream which I do every week, which we cover the last week in gaming. Every week there's gaming news coming out, and this week we have one of the largest things I've seen in a long time in gaming news. It's Nintendo. They finally announced that they're working on a new console. Go in mind that they're not actually announcing. They didn't show anything about the console. They just said they're developing a new console. Now, that's all Nintendo is saying right now is they're developing a new console called Project NX, or how some of us like to call Next. We're not sure if it's going to be a handheld or a home console just yet. We're not totally sure on that, but after the failure of the Wii U, we're not sure. Okay, guys, what's your opinions on this whole situation?
Well,
Uh, Go ahead.
I mean, like, I don't know much. Like, we don't know much. But to be fair, we've been in this situation before with the 3DS. Because remember, they announced it in a press release in about March 2010, before they showed it off at E3 next month, and like we knew nothing about it except that it was 3D.
Yeah, but with their shift to mobile, don't you think it's a little unlikely that they'd be making a new handheld though?
I'm not sure about that.
And I don't think it's
just
that
made a
likely.
handheld. They just made a brand new handheld too, so they just updated the 3DS to.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
They
Yeah, I mean,
updated the
updating the
processor.
3DS isn't really that much like making a new handheld. I mean, it's like,
It's just.
and that's another good point too. They just updated the 3DS. The 3DS is a pretty powerful handheld console too.
I've been hearing left and right what it's going to be. I heard some people say it's going to be a handheld. I heard other people say it's going to be a home console, and I heard some others saying it's going to be like a hybrid of two.
How is it
I
gonna
don't
be a
know how that
hybrid
would
of two?
work, but yeah, like you could plug it into your TV and stuff, or you could take it on the go and play it. I'm not sure. We're a long ways away from that actually happening, where we have chips small enough, where we have graphics processors small enough to actually get the performance of like a 970.
Actually, that's not true. Have you seen the Razer? What is it? The Razer Blade? No, the Razer Edge is the tablet.
hmm
Razer has
hmm
a tablet that is it's a
Uh,
pretty powerful gaming tablet.
yeah, I think that I get that, but the problem I have with
Did you not
this
bring up
is
my baby NVIDIA Shield?
I'm not going to, kid. Not bring up my do not bring up mine. For the one thing is the graphics cards are getting a little cheaper now. I think Nintendo, if they release it earlier and they actually put in something that could outperform the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One like 3 times like 10 times the power, because let's just face it, a 970 is like the GTX 970, and the newer graphics cards like those are miles apart, like light years ahead of the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One's processor or the video processors.
You're gonna get that though. It's always gonna be like that. Like
hmm
any computer hardware is gonna be way far in advance in comparison to any console hardware. I mean, look at the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Those two
Yeah.
systems are almost the exact same thing, and those two systems are basically a 10-year-old desktop.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically.
Like that's basically what they are. Right? Like they both carry an AMD Jaguar. Like when's the
Yeah.
last time you seen that?
Long time ago.
Hey, but
Yeah.
to be fair, I mean, I really give a lot of console plebs a lot of shit about that and everything, just to mess with them. But I'm like, but I do recognize that graphically they are like very close up to par with PC gaming, and that's
So you're
because
back.
consoles. Hey,
Hey.
Hey, we're in the
they're
discussion of Nintendo's brand new console.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
here's the thing about the NX. I don't think it's going to be a successor to the Wii U. I don't think it's
Oh
going to be a
no,
successor to
no,
the 3DS.
it's got to be
What they're
something
gonna be,
completely new. That
it's
was the
it's gonna be
mistake in
something.
the
If
first place.
Nintendo is smart, if they want to, I have a feeling,
It's
I have a gut feeling that they're gonna put an x86 architecture. If they do power to PC, they're going to screw themselves up again. I have no faith in power to PC architecture anymore. But
Here's the thing.
stupid phone,
No, I
freaking phone.
think it's gonna be a home console. I think they're gonna try to do something that's comparable to
So what's it going to be?
PlayStation,
x86
PS4
or
and
x86 or power to PC? What do you guys think?
x86.
No idea.
X86. It's
x86.
gotta be.
I don't think it's
I-
going to be that powerful.
Oh,
They like
I really don't. I really do not think they're positioning this as a competitor to the Xbox One or the PS4.
it's got to.
Yeah,
It has to be. Yeah, that's
but
one of the
it's not going
problems
to be a
with the
competitor to the Xbox One and the PS4. If,
Not really.
for instance, I bought a brand new 970 a month ago, and the one advantage that thing has is it's 4K. I heavily think Nintendo's next-gen console, because 4K graphics cards are getting to be much more cheaper. 4K graphics cards are starting to get much more in the price range of everyday
I
people.
don't think it's going to support 4K either.
I have a
I
feeling
really
it
don't
might,
think it's
don't.
gonna support 4K.
but it might.
They
It might
might
support
be able
some
to do
4K.
something like that
If they
take their
could,
time
if
with
they
doing
could
it.
put, but if Nintendo could do 4K, even if they have to upscale to 4K, if they could get somewhere around 4K, right now they'll be the first console to do it. I
you know what,
I want that to happen. I want Nintendo to be the first console to hit 4K.
Yeah,
This
well,
really-
I want Nintendo to fucking buy Mega Man and fucking make the best Mario game ever and get into VR and shit. It doesn't mean
Last
it's gonna
Mario
happen.
game that was released was long before like 1995. The last best Mario game, Mario 64, in my personal opinion.
Ooh, I don't know. A lot of people like Sunshine.
I kind of like Sunshine, but
Sunshine's my tits.
I like Sunshine at times, but 64 is what
64
I mean.
is
Let's
where
just
it's
put it
at.
like this.
I'll give it to you on that. That 64.
I was raised with the
that's my
Super
game right there.
Nintendo and the Nintendo Entertainment System when I was younger. That's what I only had. Excuse me a second. But yeah, after the Nintendo Super Nintendo Entertainment System, I bought my mom got me a Nintendo 64. The Nintendo 64 played three-dimensional games. I mean, yeah, the Super Nintendo had the Super FX card, but I mean that was just like Star Fox, Stunt Racer, games like that. But when it was the
that
Super
had more like
Nintendo,
the-
it was native.
that shit
It was
3D.
yeah, it was native 3D. Almost all the games on the Super Nintendo were 3D. And then you played Mario, you played Star Fox, the two Mario Kart, yeah, Super Mario 64, Star Fox, Mario Kart, all those games. You were amazed, and then GoldenEye came out. That's what sold me on the Nintendo 64, and I don't think there will ever be any game console that'll ever make the jump from Super Nintendo to Nintendo 64 like that
Do you-
one.
Do you want to know what I think
Hey, but
NX will
that's
be?
kind of a tough thing to do. I mean, that's kind of that's a little unfair to like really
Yeah,
make the
but
comparison to, though.
I think the NX is going to be a smartphone-like device.
I hope not. I really hope not. I
Nintendo's
do
not
want-
stupid. They're
yeah,
already.
I do want to see Nintendo try to get into the phone market. That would be
They're
horrible.
already working on mobile games.
But I'm
might be up by the end of
talking about actually selling phones.
Yeah.
Like actually making and selling phones. That would be disastrous for them.
They're already basically in like a smartphone market. 3DS, at some point, it's kind of like a smartphone if you really look at it.
I mean, almost everything is like a smartphone. You put Skype on a PSP and it's a smartphone.
Yeah, PlayStation Vita, yeah, they all have. Yeah,
Well,
it's just
the
like a.
reason why I said PSP is because they were starting to do that back then on
Oh.
PSP.
Oh, yeah, the 7th gen started. Now the 8th gen has now adopted it, and I think the 8th gen might be the last generation for dedicated handheld consoles because of the smartphones. The 8th generation. I mean,
Maybe.
look at the failure of the PlayStation Vita. I bought a PlayStation Vita High Hope Smart. I played Uncharted. I played Killzone Mercenary. Two of the best handheld games I ever played. Killzone and Uncharted, and it blew my mind and for a handheld game. And then they stopped making games for it. That's why that's why
I
it
think
screwed
the
up.
PSP might have destroyed the Vita's chances. Here's the reason why. Because there were so many games that were made for the PSP that felt
Mhm.
like you were trying to take a home console game and make it a handheld console game. One
Mhm.
of the main problems with the PSP is it did not have two analog sticks. It had that one nipple.
Yeah.
Like you
Oh,
can't
the
control
nipple.
games with this crap. So they tried to put games on there like SOCOM and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And they didn't really sell too well, and I think that ruined a lot of confidence in people for like
The
handheld
Vita.
consoles, especially for
Yeah,
Sony.
people, when I was walking around my hometown of Missoula and people saw that I was playing the Vita, because, well, the Vita had the graphics of the PlayStation 3 for the most part. It probably had a better processor than the PlayStation 3, but they saw me playing the Vita and they saw me playing like Assassin's Creed Liberation, they were shocked. And then people see that I was playing Uncharted and I'm like, whoa, is that like a home console you made and just took Uncharted from me and put it on? And I'm like, nope, that's actually a PlayStation handheld game. And then they saw one more thing that I played was Killzone Mercenary, and a
Yeah.
lot of people were shocked when they saw that game. That was one of the best games in the Killzone series, in my opinion, because you had customizable everything. Multiplayer was solid. If you could ever get in a multiplayer match, it was one of the best multiplayer games you could ever play. So yeah, I loved the PlayStation Vita. I liked it, but it failed because, like how you said, the PlayStation Portable. The PlayStation Vita was a perfect success. Would have been the perfect handheld for the PlayStation instead of the PSP. If they would have waited a few years, it would have been the Vita and not the PSP, and
Yeah.
it would have probably have succeeded. And
The funny thing is, when I had my PSP, I
Mhm.
probably played way more emulators on that than actual
Oh,
like PSP games.
yeah.
Except for Bleach, I played Bleach a lot. Bleach Heat the Soul, that was a really good game.
Hmm.
And Tekken.
Yeah. Yeah, but Sony, they just dropped out after Killzone Mercenary. They stopped making games for it, really, and that kind of disappointed me because I actually liked the PlayStation Vita. It was actually a really good console. It was a handheld console, basically, for
It does
people to
look
play.
good. I've seen Uncharted
Oh
on
yeah,
there, and I've seen Liberations on there. It looks really good.
yeah, Liberation. It just had that speed and stuff that like the DS, 3DS, all those games couldn't even come close to.
I mean, when I got hold of the Vita, I was basically it was right after I was in the hospital, and my friends were just like, "I'm too far away to get the controller," so they were just like, "Yeah, have my Vita." So I played Final Fantasy VII on a Vita, which honestly, that was all I wanted. You know, I just wanted to recover and not be.
Oh yeah, Final Fantasy VII's good on the Vita.
Yep, totally
And
good.
Final Fantasy VII will be around forever.
Yeah, and Square Enix will never remake it. They'll just make another updated version of that
Yeah.
game, and then say we're
Bullshit,
releasing Final Fantasy VII, and they show the clip for it at Sony, and it's like at people's faces like, seriously, Square Enix, you're doing this shit again.
Yeah. Yeah. While everybody else is
version of
doing
like
remastered versions of their games.
I mean, come on now. If they've done things like I mean, even Resident Evil's remastering their games.
And that looks good too.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Kingdom
right.
Hearts. I
Like,
mean, they
even
did do a
Grayson-
really good graphic update. They did Kingdom Hearts update. That was amazing. The Kingdom Hearts game. Have you
Yeah.
ever played the remakes, the remasters?
Not the remake,
Those?
no, but I have seen.
Oh,
it.
they're amazing. I have to say it like this. They're awesome. Look up the one for the original. They have Sora sitting on a throne of Keyblades, reminiscing Kingdom Hearts, or not Kingdom Hearts, Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
They have
yeah.
Sora sitting on a throne of Keyblades as a box cover.
One
That's
of the
funny.
benefits of a remastered is that you can use it on a current gen system. So I mean, I
Yeah.
have remastered Shadow of the Colossus, and I could.
Yeah, that looks good. It really does. That's a good game.
Oh yeah, I mean the graphical increase is like we're talking like it looks like 10 polygons. You can kind of tell if you switch it on and off really quick, but otherwise, I mean, I just wanted the game on my system. So
I mean, hell, even Grim Fandango was remastered. I mean, yeah, it looks like shit, but at least it was remastered.
Oh yeah.
Oh, something's going wrong with my. Oh, there it goes. It was blowing up my computer.
Speaking
slowing up
of
again.
remasters,
There's
I got Type 0.
Oh, Type 0. How was that?
Yeah, it's good. Like the combat's really good.
Yeah.
The story can get a little complex, but it's fun. The translation is fucking awful.
I don't think
Yeah.
there's even anybody talking about Type 0. I think most people are just, talking about the 15 demo.
Yeah, my friend
Mhm.
actually
Final
wanted to
Fantasy.
play Type 0 because of the demo. He's like, I don't want to spoil it, so
Okay, so
Yeah.
give your experience without spoiling anything of Final Fantasy 15. Give your experience, how the controls go, and everything. You just said
Okay,
it.
so I like the controls. It's like pretty much what you expect for like an open world action game. The controls can be a little odd in some places. Like for example, instead of like say X being jump, it's circle.
that's classic Final Fantasy. They've always been.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts
I mean-
as well.
I mean, yeah, that's classic Final Fantasy, but the combat is really good. I wouldn't quite call it Kingdom Hearts. It's actually pretty hard. Like so basically you can hold down the button to combo and to hold down the button to dodge, but like I thought that will make the game really easy, and it's kind of hard to die, but like it's really complex. So
Yeah, it
basically
says
you have-
here, because I'm watching a Let's Play of Tetra Ninja playing. It says dodging costs MP.
Yeah, so like basically most of your combat outside of basic attacks cost magic, and at the most you have like 100 MP, so you have to really conserve that. And then you have multiple weapons that you switch out at a time, and like you have to pick what you want to start as. So like I start with this like really big sword, I forgot the name, as my starting attack to knock him down. Then I use a quick lance that does a lot of damage. When I counter, I use the Drain Blade to take some health back. When I attack from above, I use another lance, I use the regular sword, and for the finishing blow, I use another more powerful lance.
So I mean, is it just weapon switching, or?
Oh.
It switches on the fly, like auto. So like basically, there's 5 or 6 different categories. There's a Crush, which is like your starting attack, Ravage, which is like your regular melee, Vanquish, which is your finishing blow, Counter, which is what you do, which is the weapon that you use after dodging or after doing a parry.
After what you're describing, Stupe, this might be the first Final Fantasy game I'll buy since 7. 7's the only one I played. I loved 7, but I never had interest in the game. I never liked turn-based RPGs that much, but how you're describing how this one is and stuff, it kind of sold me on it because I love games like that. I love open world action games. Skyrim.
I'm liking how it looks. Too.
Yeah.
It looks really
It
good.
looks like-
I don't think it'll be like Fallout or Skyrim, but of how
No.
you're describing it, the combat, it
Yeah, the
feels more
combat.
like Dragon Age. It feels more like a Dragon Age type game.
And this is like without magic or anything.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
why are
yeah.
they not putting this on PC though? What's up with that?
There's like a 60-40 chance of it going on PC. Tabata really
me-
wants it on PC, and it was built using PCs.
Let me
using
put
DirectX
something on
11.
here. Grand Theft Auto 5 was originally, people said that they didn't even say it was coming on the PC, and now, it's been delayed again until April, but it's coming on the PC though, so we don't know until they announce.
Actually, I just looked it up. It looks like they're looking for that demand from the PC audience.
I hope so. I'm buying it if it comes on the PC because I have
Final Fantasy 15 on Steam, then you better go and find a petition and
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I
find
mean,
that bitch.
But Tabata is really interested in getting his work on PC. He wants to bring Type 0 HD over, and if he does that, he will most likely also bring 15 over, especially since it's being built using DirectX 11 PCs.
I am excited
yeah.
for a lot of stuff that's gonna be coming to PC.
Something
I'm still excited
just-
about DOA 5, Tekken. I'm hoping that Soul Calibur comes
Soul Calibur. Oh yeah, I love
Yeah,
Soul
but like,
Calibur.
so Tabata said in a ton of interviews the demo was about 3 hours. You could do it in that length, but I found it more to be about 6 because I really tried to go around and do everything.
But oh yeah,
You said 6
that's the
hours.
thing that I do hate. Is like someone will review a game and they might say that something's linear or whatever, and it's like, well, yeah, it's linear if you only do the story, but there's a hell
Yeah.
of a lot of other things to do in the game.
Yeah, rushed gameplay. Yeah, it's like a rushed game. Like, for instance, with Skyrim or Fallout New Vegas. I'm going to put these games out here because I always use these as examples for games that could be even Pokemon. If you play, like, for instance, Skyrim, you play that game, you just run down through the Dragonborn fighting Alduin. Yeah, it's a linear storyline, but if you play, and there's some branching in the main story, but there is a lot of different adventures and missions. Same goes with Fallout. You try to hunt for the person that shot you, and you have to get the platinum chip, and you have to fight in the Battle of Hoover Dam. That's a linear storyline, but if you want to do side missions like help the boomers out or something like that, or explore the vaults, or like in Skyrim, explore the dungeons, that's branching. Pokemon, the newer ones, I'm going to put this out here, the two newer ones, they are not really that linear. There's side stuff that you could actually do that would help you out, and it never was like that. So all these RPG games, they're branching storylines. They're not
Yeah.
just linear anymore.
Could you
Like-
imagine if you did Mass Effect and only did like the main missions and
Oh.
didn't try to didn't talk to anybody, didn't do anybody else's missions. You just on the main mission.
I
Mass
guess
all
then
Effect
you only get the
3.
red explosion.
Mass Effect 3 got a lot of shit for the ending, but could you imagine if it was all linear? Mass Effect 3 had like the best score I've ever heard of in video game, one of the best musical scores I've ever heard in the video game. This
Yeah.
that tragic music after Earth starts burning and just that fire. That's what sold me when I first played Mass Effect 3, was just that beginning. The action, the combat upgrade that they did. Yes, they took away my heavy weapons. They took away the ability to explore like on the land like they did in Mass Effect 2, but Mass Effect 3, I actually enjoyed the game. I actually enjoyed it, but if they would have taken away branching storylines and just focused, okay, let's just end this series like how some game companies do. Okay, the series is getting to close and people want to see a conclusion. Let's just give the conclusion. That's all they're doing.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so like for example, there's a dungeon in the game, like in the region, and like the game. So like here's the really interesting thing. Like you're not directly told, hey, there's this stuff to do, go do it. So like you'll be like running around and like one of your partners is like, hey, do you see that? And like you can like go over there and see what's up, and like you'll get like might get a side quest or something. But like you don't have to do it. Like it's a very open choice. But like the dungeon, it doesn't tell you about it. Like, well, it kind of does. Like, you kind of get some little hints around here and there, but it's not directly told to you. And that's how you get the summon. And if you've seen the summon, it's freaking awesome. Like, I'll put a link in the.
I've seen the summon.
Oh yeah. One of the things I want to talk about of linear storylines that were good, because some linear games are excellent. Uncharted and The Last of Us. Those were two shining examples of how good a linear game could be.
Yeah, it's not so bad to be linear. It's
But
saying that a game, like complaining about a game being linear, is kind of a bad word for it. Like a better word would probably be like limited or constricted. Like you never really feel constricted in The Last of Us. Like you want to continue going on. Like take Left 4 Dead, for example. Any level in that is extremely linear, but you never.
But it's so
feel
awesome because they
constricted.
add, like Left 4 Dead 2. I'm going to talk because that's the important one. Left 4 Dead 1. I would, to anybody who's never played the game, buy Left 4 Dead 2. Don't buy Left 4 Dead 1. That's all I have to say. Because
Well,
Left 4
you don't
Dead
need to
2
buy
just
Left 4
has
Dead
Left 4
1
Dead.
because all the maps from Left 4
Yeah,
Dead 1 are
and
in
the
Left 4
story
Dead
and the
2 anyway.
characters and everything. Everything
Yeah.
from Left 4 Dead 1, characters and everything, are holy shit, there's a Steam sale going on. Heads up,
There's
everybody.
always a Steam
There's a
sale.
huge there's a huge one. There's games like XCOM, Borderlands,
Yep.
like 70%, 75% off.
Oh yeah,
So-
I bought
Yes, a 2K scene
I
is a
bought
publisher sale.
I bought Tropico
2K
5.
does
I've been
nothing
wanting
wrong.
I bought Tropico 5 for $10. So yeah, I'm actually happy that they have a Steam sale going on. So just to let everybody know.
Ooh, I can get Borderlands 2.
There you go.
And
Butterfly.
Bioshock. So if you haven't played that, that's $7.50. Bioshock.
Played them all.
Oh my God, Brave New World is on sale.
I have that one.
But I don't, so I can finally play Civ 5 with the Brave New World expansion pack.
Come on, get it, and I'll get it and play against me, and I'll nuke you.
Ah,
I love using nukes when I play online mode
but
on
are
Brave.
you a woman? Because
No.
you should probably be home.
What?
You know, if you're a woman, you should probably go home. Because I'm playing Civ 5 with the Brave New World expansion pack.
Enough with the go home gamer girl thing.
Oh man, we're gonna level up.
SVU.
I read it on Kotaku.
Oh,
Yeah, it must be true.
oh man. Oh, that's just so Kotaku.
Has I read it on Kotaku become like a bona fide meme yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that came all of those things. That was what that SVU episode did. Is it gave us like 100 new memes in a matter of
this
hours.
is video game related, so we could talk about this for a second. But SVU, we faced this stereotyping of gamers for so long. They say, "Oh, we're just a bunch of fat neckbeards and stuff that are fat neckbeard white men and stuff." I don't think that's the whole case.
That's why we were laughing at it. Everybody was rolling about it because it was just like every.
I remember
single
when I watched it.
cliche that they put in TV all in 1 hour.
Yeah. Oh man, I enjoy it. I enjoy this stuff so much. What was I gonna say? One more thing that they're doing. That's going on. What's it called? The servers for Battlefield Hardline were DDoS.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what happened? I was playing
yeah.
earlier.
Yes.
Battlefield Hardline received DDoS. Andreadol wrote it. And Andreadol, or Andreadol, or however you pronounce it. I call him Andreadol. Dennis. Let's just call him Dennis. Because that's what the name is on his ship to block thing right there in the... Oh, you already did it.
Yep.
But DDoS, I mean, come on now. Why? Who would actually want a DDoS Battlefield Hardline?
Most likely Loser Squad.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting lame that they're doing this. I mean, Battlefield Hardline, I liked Battlefield Hardline. It was like a breath of fresh air. I don't think it should be $60. It should be probably like $40.
So
It feels like it's a
I think
DLC, in my opinion. It's a DLC for Battlefield 4. That's all it is.
So, like, in my opinion, I think the name of Lizard Squad should be like the motto is "Fuck you for having fun."
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Nintendo will develop new smartphone games with Dina handheld services. What are your opinions on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys don't like that idea either?
No, not really.
Smartphone games are ruining the gaming industry as a whole, in my opinion.
I mean,
I disagree with that one.
That Kim
Now,
Kardashian-
I will agree that we are being bombarded with tons and tons of basically the exact same games
For fucking
mobile
plebs.
games. Yeah, but you know what? A lot of people probably gonna hate me for saying this, but Sword and Sorcery is a really good game. That is a really
But
fun
you're a
game.
fucking pleb.
Sword and Sorcery is probably like one of the best examples I can come up with for a proper mobile game. And what I mean by that is a game that's not trying to be a console game, but it's also not falling under the exact same things that you would get for any mobile game, and that's being a puzzle game. Like, being a puzzle game is basically the easy way out for saying, hey, we want to make a mobile game, but we don't know what we want to make. Sword and Sorcery was actually able to accomplish utilizing what you have in a smartphone and developing a game that was made for it. trying to think of another game as well. Monument Valley is another really good mobile game as well.
Yep. One of my favorite. Yeah. But I agree with you. Those mobile-based games are pretty good. But the cancer to it is games like King's Digital and Zynga. Those
Yeah.
are
The
games I have
cancer
a
to
problem.
it.
Dude, aren't they dead?
They are a terminal cancer for mobile gaming because right now people.
Zynga isn't gonna last. They have fucking Magic there.
Yeah.
Yeah, is Zynga still around? Or is he-
I'm not sure, but they're a shining example of why we have to like.
A shining example of complete twats.
Yeah,
You know what I've noticed, what it seems like is happening with King is ever since they went publicly traded, that's when they started like coming up with the exact same game but with like different
Soda
items.
Crush. Oh, I hate that game so much. My mom is so
What was the
addicted.
Soda Crush,
My
Cat
mom is
Rescue,
so
they did some other
addicted
crap.
to Soda Crush that I tell her I hate.
Candy Crush Saga.
Yeah.
The saga of crushing Candy Crush. It's the saga of crushing phones with Candy Crush Saga installed on them.
But yeah, it's games like that, and you're seeing them come to the consoles now. You're seeing the type of mobile transactions they're doing, and they're putting them to games we already pay $60 for, like Assassin's Creed Unity. You see in that game.
I
You
don't
see it
think
in.
I don't think that is a side effect of mobile games. I think
No,
that's just
it's
simply a
just
side
that-
effect of free-to-play games. Period.
Yeah, but that's just one of the problems. So
Yeah. Like the whole
that's the problem I
premium-
have of free to play. Yeah, mobile games or free to play games is that right there. To
Yeah.
put it in games I already coughed up $60 for them. I'm like,
I think
see 'em.
TF2. I mean, I think this comes up a lot, but TF2 is a really great example of how to do free to play right.
Yeah.
You know what? Blacklight Retribution is a really
Yes.
good example of that too.
Awesome, because all you have to do is just play like a mission on Blacklight Retribution, just like one game mode. If you take a few kills on Blacklight Retribution, all you have is you now get upgradable weapons and stuff. One of my favorites is this heavy machine gun, or no, I have this like assault rifle, and I put like I think I did a machine gun belt or something like that in it, and
You probably put a drum round on there. I
yeah,
have drum
round.
rounds on mine
That's
too.
it. Drum round. That's what I did. I had a drum round stuff, and I was unstoppable through one whole mission.
Yeah.
That game is addicting. I stopped playing Call of Duty and stopped actually buying Call of Duty games because of Blacklight Retribution.
I would play Blacklight Retribution again if I either had a PS4 or Zombie would get rid of Perfect World Entertainment and just use Steam or something.
What?
Oh.
They don't have it on Steam?
Zombie. I'm
No,
pretty sure
it's-
Zombie
it's-
Studios closed down.
It's like no, Zombie's still around. It's like it's
No.
on Steam as in
No, they closed down.
They did.
Oh,
You
okay.
hear about that?
Yep.
Oh, I haven't known about that, but yeah, one of my favorite things about these games, like free-to-play games, PlanetSide 2, another good example of a good free-to-play game. I enjoy it on the PC. It has to come on the PS4. I'm not sure if it'll ever come on the PS4 since Sony sold it, and Daybreak has been firing people left and right.
Yeah.
And so I'm not sure about that, but since I got a 6-core processor, 970. In my computer, I've been playing it on the PC and stuff, and it's amazing. It's like, it's what Destiny should have been. That's my saying of it.
Wow. Yeah,
It's-
I see it now.
it's open
It
world.
in January 8th.
Yeah, it's open world, and it's just like this open world like combat game that you're playing and stuff, and you're just everywhere, and determine on where you go, and you're trying to take. There's like 3 factions fighting. Yeah, that's the perfect example of a good free-to-play PC game. World of Tanks.
Right now.
I haven't
Right now,
played
I've been
War
playing
Tank.
War Thunder, and yeah, I actually just logged into it so I can get my Facebook update. So, but it's been a fucking grind fest.
I still haven't played Warframe. I know a lot of people.
Oh, Warframe. It's kind of like it's a third-person shooter game. I have it on my
play it. I've
PS4.
seen it. I know what it is. I just haven't
Yeah,
played it.
it's actually pretty good at some points. It's enjoyable at a small part, but I'm not that into it. I'm not that into third-person shooters. I never have been really.
You know, when I see the melee of Warframe, it just makes me think, well, I have Blade Symphony, so why would I play Warframe?
Yeah. So we have free to play games. Some of them are good, a lot of them aren't.
But you know,
Steam.
on the issue of people complaining about the microtransactions in Unity, you need to remember this is not the first time
No,
that
that
Ubisoft
isn't.
has put microtransactions in their game.
Sony's been doing it for years. They've been doing it with MLB, the
Yeah.
show, for years. I remember because I've been buying them ever since 2011, and I've been buying MLB, the show, since 2011 every year because I'm a huge fan of baseball and stuff. Or like actually once every 2 years I'll buy the game, and I'm gonna buy the. I didn't buy last year, so I'm gonna buy this year's on the PS4. So if it's probably going to still be there, but if you ever play career mode and stuff like that, it takes a long time for you to train. You have to play a lot of games. You have to go to a lot of games and upgrade your character. But they have it as you could buy these training points and stuff like that. Pay like $1 for 1,000 training points.
Yeah.
They do stuff like that.
Yeah, so this was an example of looking at other games that basically do their model as instead of it being pay to win, is pay to not grind. And they faked it. They made it almost impossible to grind so that you have to play, which essentially makes it the same as pay to win.
You can actually grind, but you have to be a really good player to do it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, you know, it's like, yeah, you can grind, and you can grind away at any pay-to-win game, but it's almost impossible to do because it requires so much work, so much focus, and so much skill.
Yeah, but it's still a really good game, though. I mean, you have to. I mean, if you know how to play the game, if you know how to play the show, and you know how to like hit home runs every time, if you're really good at it and stuff,
yeah,
the game is freaking easy to play. Give me a second, I have to go answer the phone. Right ahead, continue talking.
And it kind of reminds me of APB Reloaded. Have you guys played that?
No, I didn't actually.
Oh, don't even try it. Okay. That game is straight up pay to win if I've never seen one before. Okay, you get into that game and you're gonna play against a whole bunch of people that got all of these tricked out cars, all of these tricked out weapons, all of this armor and all kinds of crazy mess like that. It is impossible for you to get anything in that game unless you're paying real money.
I think that's the benefit of War Thunder is that you're all kind of on an equal playing field. Even like the pay to win tanks, because there are them. They're not, you know, they're just really cool tanks. They're like tanks with like 3 turrets, but like, you know, they can't shoot. You can't shoot 3 at once, basically, because there's always like one that's in a blind spot. So
yeah, that is why I mentioned Blacklight Retribution, because that is a good example of that. That something that I've played hands on.
Yeah, a nice free to play that's not pay to win. You know, maybe it's got a little microtransaction. Maybe you can support the developer, whatever. You know, that's cool. But I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Okay, back. All right.
Okay, now that you're back, I have to go to work. I'll see you guys. See you later. Okay, nice talking with you guys.
That's what I can do too. Okay.
Okay. I'm getting a little bit of update since we were just talking about Blacklight again. It looks like it's gone over to Hard Suit Labs.
Oh yes, I heard about that.
So I wonder what's going to happen to BLR on PC. Because if it's not using Perfect World Entertainment, I will load that up again.
Why is it? Was it really difficult to do?
Perfect World Entertainment servers are the worst. Okay,
yeah,
they are absolutely terrible.
Blacklight Retribution was amazing, though. I mean, it put Call of Duty to shame by the controls and everything.
It does. It really does.
Yes, it's a beautiful, beautiful game, and that's all I have to say. Is it's a very beautiful game, and yeah, that's about it. Its controls and stuff are amazing. That horde mode or whatever that's called, that zombie mode that you get to play.
That was Onslaught.
Yeah, Onslaught. That's it. That was better than anything Call of Duty ever did because those things are hard to fight. They're not slow-moving zombies. They're not aliens. They're just these fast-moving killing machines with guns and stuff trying to take you out.
Yeah, because they do get guns after a while.
Yeah, they do, and they're dogs, they're everything, and it's so hard to play that it's just very difficult to play. So, yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, if you have a PS4, get Blacklight Retribution. It's a really good game.
Yeah, I heavily recommend it. Okay, what else were we going to talk about? There were a lot of other things on here that I wanted to talk about. I forgot. All right. Okay, I gotta go. Yeah, we already talked about Blacklight or Battlefield Hardline being DDoS. Nintendo had their thing with their game thing.
We can talk about Kojima.
What?
You talking about Kojima?
Kojima? Yeah, let's talk about him. Go ahead, Stupe. You want to talk about him? You there?
I don't think he is.
Go right ahead. You can go right ahead and talk about it.
Well, I was just gonna mainly comment on it, but I'm pretty sure everybody already knows that Kojima is talking about leaving Konami, and there is a lot of questions being left unanswered so far as to what's going to happen with Silent Hills. That's probably the number one thing that everyone is talking about. In fact, we're talking about it so much that it was actually trending on Twitter. And of course, what is going to happen to Metal Gear Solid 5? As far as what he's going to be doing, it looks like he's going to get into film. And there's still no answer as to what exactly he's going to be doing in film. Just ambiguous, I'm doing film.
Yeah, I'm really concerned about that because if he leaves Konami, I'm not sure how long it'll last.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. There's nothing that's saying that he's actually leaving the company as an employee or whatever. It's just basically, I'm leaving Konami for now to do film. And not in those exact words, but there's nothing suggesting that he's leaving Konami, the company, altogether, whatever.
Okay, we're talking about Konami. We're talking about Konami.
Yeah.
Panic.
I haven't been playing that much of Konami games in a while. Yeah, I played Metal Gear Solid, that new one that just came out, Ground Zero.
Ground Zero.
Ground Zeroes. Yeah. Yeah, I played that. I played that one, but I haven't played anything else. I haven't been that big of a fan of Konami games in a long time. I think since the PlayStation 2 era.
Yeah, same here actually. My opinion on Metal Gear Solid,
Namco, Konami.
It's a really good game. It's just that to me, it seems like you're better off just watching it because that's what you'll be doing anyway. Like his games are basically movies.
Yeah, Namco, Konami, Capcom, they're going downhill fast.
I don't think Namco is. Was a pretty successful title.
Their Ace Combat series. Everybody knows the Ace Combat series. That's a giveaway. Dead giveaway. Ace Combat, the last Ace Combat game, was a free-to-play game. And the best thing about Ace Combat is their story modes. There's only 8 missions in their story modes, and they expect you to pay $20 to actually play them without you having to use fuel or anything like that, or waiting after each mission. They expect you to pay $20 just for 8 missions, and they haven't released any new missions up at all for the place. So yeah. the multiplayer is awesome, and you have this competitive multiplayer type of thing, where it's 2 different teams trying to rack up the most kills or something like that, and it's pretty fun to do this multiplayer type of thing. But yeah, you guys get what I'm saying here. It's just annoying that they're doing this. That they decided to put one of their best games in their series on free to play because their last game was total shit. And I'm being truthful on that.
Check that link.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
in the
Konami doesn't tend to come out with a whole lot of games.
It's an interview with Iwata.
Oh, what happened?
It's an interview with Iwata and Time.
Oh, Iwata. That's all I have to say. Iwata. I like Reggie Fils-Aimé better. He should be the one in charge of Nintendo. He would do really well with Nintendo. He'd be like Phil Spencer.
But
Iwata has been screwing up.
2015?
What made me mad about Nintendo's investors is one of them says I don't understand the gaming industry like that. I don't know anything about gaming. When he tried talking about about gameplay and stuff like that during one of their things, and someone says I don't understand anything about gaming. They
Okay, here's the thing.
invested in a
Here's
video
the
game.
thing, though. When you look at any tech company, uh, regardless of if it's gaming or just computers or phones or whatever, most of the people that invest in those companies know nothing about technology whatsoever. In fact, most of those people will probably tell you that they're afraid of technology in the sense of afraid of technology taking over or afraid of everyone becoming slaves to technology or some stupid
Mhm.
thing like that. That is why every single time Apple announces some new product, their stocks drop. Like Apple's stock is probably the most predictable stock you can find on the market
Why? Because
because
it's falling apart.
no, because every single time Apple goes and announces something, everyone has already had this idea of what Apple is going to announce. So they're like really hopeful for that they're going to announce what they want them to announce. And then when they don't announce that thing that they wanted them to announce, all of these old guys that invested stock in Apple think
Mhm.
that everyone's going to be pissed off at them and Apple's going to fail and they bail out of out of the company. And then Apple stock skyrockets right back up when the release date hits and they see that every single Apple store in the entire world has lines wrapped around the store 10 times over. That's
Mhm.
how it always go every single time. So whether it's
Yeah.
gaming, tech, whatever, most people that buy stock in those companies have no idea what they're doing.
Okay, two things. Okay, yeah. So basically, the game companies have no idea. I'm going to talk about two things here. First, two things here. They're both from shiptoblog.com. First one up is Valve's customer service gets an F.
Yeah, well,
And
they
I'm
got an
going
F
to
on the Better
tell.
Business Bureau.
I mean, yes, the Better Business Bureau sometimes is a scam and stuff like that. People pay into the Better Business Bureau to be on it and stuff.
Yep.
Say, oh, better. Excuse me. Better Business Bureau gave Walmart an A in customer, or gave Walmart a good grade in customer service.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
come on now. I mean, Valve does better than Walmart does. I mean, seriously.
And you also have to remember too is that is not an accredited score either. They are not BBB accredited.
Yeah.
So
What?
that's just
Better
like
Business
that is a
Bureau?
completely estimated score that they've given it.
What? Steam?
Yeah, Valve.
Oh yeah, but one of the better things, yeah, Valve's service is a shit, and Gabe Newell responded to someone's email complaint before their customer service did. Remember that story, right?
Yeah.
The great and powerful Gabe Newell response to someone's thing. But here's one thing I want to talk about. This is one serious thing I want to talk about. I had a problem. Someone tried hacking into my Origin account just recently, which happens all the time. People try to hack into your thing to either get your personal information or your name or something. I'm not
Yeah,
sure if it
same
was
thing
just a
happens on
social
Valve.
justice wire. I'm not sure if it's a social justice wire that attempted to do it or just some jackass that wanted to steal my games or something. But what happened was I got this email that my password was changed, so I changed my email, everything. Then I contacted EA up, and I had the best customer service imaginable with EA. They walked me through everything. They told me what to do and stuff like that. They gave me a much more stronger, much more secure password login. Now, if somebody tries to log into my account, it'll show up on my cell phone. I'll get a text message if somebody tries to hack into my account again. So I could deny them right instantly. So yeah,
Here's a question. When it comes to Origin, is your login name the same as your display name?
hmm
Okay. Yeah, see, you know what? And here's the thing. When it comes to Valve, and that's not to say that, Steam is better than
you changed
Origin
the
or
name.
anything like that. I mean, I personally think it is. But anyway, uh, when you're logged in on Steam, your display name is different from your username. So you end up with
Yeah, you
this,
could change it.
yeah, you end up with this, basically two key login system. You need to know both the person's username and their password, and you're not gonna get it by looking at their display name, unless they were
Yeah.
stupid enough to make it the same.
Yeah, that's the problem with it. But at least the one advantage Origin has is they put the self unlock logged in system that you can do email or self unlock, and I did it self unlock, and they gave me some backup passwords if something ever happened to my cell phone that I have written on a piece of paper that no one can actually reach. So yeah, I heavily like their customer service. I don't like the things I don't like with EA are their past business relationships with online gaming, like with SimCity, where they made it always online, how they're handling the Sims 4. I don't like any of
Yeah.
that, but you know what? I hold respect to them for doing that and for how
Sims 4 gets too
polite
much
they're.
shit.
And the best thing about it is this guy speaks fluent English. He's and
You know,
that's
here's the thing.
if
When it
somebody
comes,
has a polite guy that speaks fluent English, that I love it because that means that you're talking to a friendly person that understands you or something like that. So yeah, I'm not sure what they do with people of other languages if they have Spanish speakers, Arabic speakers, anything like that, but or French speakers, but. I hold the company up to high standards when it comes to customer service. If they have a friendly, well-spoken tech support that actually helps you out instead of screws you over.
yeah. You know, when it comes to Origin, I think EA, they knew that they had to do everything right, especially
Mhm.
customer service, because they already know what people think of them. They already know what people are saying about them.
Yeah.
They know whatever. They probably know what we're saying about Origin right now. Okay?
Yeah.
They already know what people think about them, so they
Yeah,
had
and
to get the customer
yeah,
service.
they have to. I mean, yeah, because they pulled all their games from Steam and they wanted to do it on their own marketplace. I mean,
Also, that they can advertise to people all damn day.
yeah, and annoy us about and then Ubisoft tried to do something like that and people got pissed off.
You know,
if,
and
if
They
people
thought
have,
they
I was gonna
I
say
would be
too, like the
lost.
whole thing about like Sims 4 and SimCity being always online and stuff. They should have learned from Ubisoft
Sims 4
when
isn't always online.
No,
yeah, I meant SimCity. That's what I meant.
SimCity. They put
Uh,
it offline, but it was online for a good year before they got offline mode.
they should have
Sims
learned from
Olympus?
Ubisoft with Assassin's Creed 2. Remember the backlash behind that
Yeah.
they had with that? That was
Oh.
and likewise, Ubisoft not learning from EA with trying to pull their games from Steam. That this
Yeah,
stuff
and
is not going to blow
at
over
least
well.
Ubisoft learned because they put it back on Steam. I mean,
Yeah,
Eh.
they learned a lesson. Finally, someone listened to someone else's past.
But like here's the thing. Uplay is
It's crap.
majorly hated by the PC gaming
Uplay is
community.
terrible. I
It
would
is.
get
It's
Origin.
terrible. There's so many problems in Uplay that I can't stand them. I just can't
Yeah,
stand Uplay.
like why
So
do I need to update it when I just quit the game because it crashed
Yeah.
out on me 2 minutes ago?
Uh-huh. Yeah. I have a past hatred for Uplay. I love Ubisoft games. Don't get me wrong. I like Far Cry. I like Assassin's Creed. I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I like Watch Dogs. I like
Yeah,
all those games, but I hate Uplay with a
I
passion.
think everybody hates
Watch
Uplay. I think the
Dogs.
team
Watch
that works
Dogs
on Uplay
release.
hates Uplay.
Watch Dogs released was one of the biggest screw ups in history with what
Yeah,
happened with Uplay. I mean, yes, Rockstar had the same problem with heist mode, but that's because not many people were playing GTA Online, so they shut down a lot of the servers, and then everybody wanted to come back on, and they forgot to turn back on all the servers. That's what
yeah,
probably
they
happened
should
to
have
Rockstar.
known that they were gonna
Yeah,
get.
but I'm just saying it happens to stuff like that all the time. They're not prepared. They have to be prepared for anything. When you release a new DLC, yeah, it might be crap, but hey, what if PewDiePie reviews or plays that DLC and has freaking fun? Then everybody's going to want to play it. You're going to have automatically 4 million people who always binge watch PewDiePie's videos and jump on and actually want to buy that game. So you have to be prepared to have that DLC ready. I mean, from the gaming YouTubers that they actually play the DLC. If it's fun at all, you have to be prepared for the servers to be overloaded, or you're just a dumbass. And even Rockstar's not above criticism for what they did. EA with the DDoS techs, EA should have been prepared. These gaming companies, they're not prepared at all.
I was watching a stream of the GTA heist though, and it was working for
GTA heist. Oh,
like it was day one, and it was working for a little while.
one?
Like it
Queenies?
Huh?
Did you watch Queenies?
Yeah. So like it took a good hour or two for it to go down.
Yeah. But
So-
that was because it was early in the morning in the U.S. and not everybody was awake. Neither was I.
That's true.
And then I finally wake up and I'm like, oh shit, Heist is on. And I finally start playing it and I can't play it. Damn you Rockstar. Like that type of attitude. Yeah, me and Hobo Jackson, which we all better know him as I can't think of his name.
Person.
Yeah, he's a Gamergator. Me, him, Queenie, we're all on the. Me, him, and Queenie were on the GTA group called the Sea Lions.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on the GTA crew called the Sea Lions.
Can you send me a link to join over Skype or something?
Give me a minute.
See, that's why I need to get a PS4. You know, like in everybody got a PS4. You on PS4, Queenie's on PS4. I think Allison's on PS4. And all of these people, they don't.
Yeah, give me a second here. I play on PC, but I also play on Steam and stuff like that. But I also play on PS4, so I like them both. Give me a second here. I gotta find it. Oh no, it's not his name. It's T. No, that's not his name. Shit, I can't think of his name. Give me a second here. I'll look it up on notifications. Okay, next article before we close up the stream that I wanted to talk about was seriously, I really wanted to talk about this. It was GameStop, the throw away the discs controversy.
Oh boy.
Yes, that video. That one guy looked in the garbage and saw the perfectly good games cut up. And the discs weren't scratched except for the cuts on them. The Turtle Beach headphones were cut. The cords were clipped. Yeah. Oh, and that disgusts me. Turtle Beaches are amazing headphones.
Yeah, he was trying to look for the most expensive thing in a dumpster to see what else they're destroying, because that stuff was just destroyed. The games were straight up slashed.
Yeah,
the cords were cut,
and they threw them in the garbage. They didn't recycle them out of all the things.
They put them in a dumpster. Yeah, there are so many better ways that they could have handled that.
So,
by the way,
GameStop.
Here's the Gamergate crew for you guys. I'll just leave it in our chat. There you guys go. I just put it up. Social Club.
GameStop's in full, damage control.
Who are you talking about?
Jeez.
I haven't shopped in GameStop in quite some time, quite a few years.
Hobo Jackson. I want to see who he is. So I know he's a friend of mine. I'll add him as a friend on GTA. Send it. All right. About me. No accounts were linked. Okay, here it is. Give me a second here. I'm just talking to myself.
I've been a Rockstar Games Social Club.
Yeah, I love Rockstar. Oh yeah, Oliver Campbell. That's the one that's on there with me and Queenie. You know him, right?
Yeah, I know Oliver. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a few heist missions. We did it. Queenie, I haven't played on heist with yet, but I enjoyed those things. But yeah, going back to but going back to the GameStop thing. What do you guys think? Do you think they threw away? Oh, Stupid is muted. Do you think they threw away the games and it was wrong, or?
Yeah, throwing them in the dumpster was definitely the wrong thing to do, no matter what angle you look at.
I'm not 100% sure this isn't just one shitty GameStop chain.
Yeah,
Well,
but
yeah, that's
And that's the thing, you
one
can't
of
be really
the
sure.
main outrage about this. Like
yeah,
we're
This
but
could be a
but
shitty GameStop chain. It could be an elaborate hoax. It could be something GameStop actually does. Though,
But this guy, he knows electrical engineering, and he at least knows what electrical engineering is, and he had some way. So he took the Turtle Beaches and fixed them.
I mean, we
I mean,
all
come
should
on
know
now.
enough electrical engineering to be able to splice
Yeah,
together some headphones back together.
all you have to do is just like pull up another. Yeah, it's not that much hard work to do, but what
but a lot of
happened?
people were calling it out because, well, like a ton of GameStop, like smaller GameStop employees were calling it out. Basically, like that's not how they do it. Apparently, if they don't sell something, they ship it off to another location where
That's what
it's
they
Uh-huh.
say they do, but that this happens, and they'll even I know this to happen in the past. Some GameStop managers will sneak games out and will take them home with them, the used games. I know this. This has happened in the past with GameStop.
I
They'll
wouldn't be
take
surprised. I
games.
mean, like you have to realize this is a really large chain. Like this is like GameStop is a large chain,
Yeah, it is.
and
It is
some
humongous.
chains are going to be run like complete shit. GameStop gets a pretty bad rap, but like the ones around here aren't bad.
Like, remember the release of Grand Theft Auto 5 for the PS3 and Xbox 360? That one manager, she had a problem with that one out of control customer that just had a problem with the ID and stuff like that with the pre-order. That guy,
Uh-huh.
remember that? Which she says, "Oh, I
Wasn't
have his
there
email, private email right here," and she announced it to everybody like that, laughing.
wasn't there a thing where was it GameStop where they were taking out those free membership cards in one of the new release games for the Xbox 360?
Oh yeah,
No, you're thinking about the free on live version of Deus Ex Human Revolution.
Okay, yep, that's it.
when did that happen? I don't remember that.
When Deus Ex Human Resolution originally launched on live with that streaming service.
Yeah, the cloud
And
gaming service.
the I think it was only the retail copies probably. Retail copies of the PC version came with a free copy of the online version.
Hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, but what they're doing is kind of that was uncalled for what they did.
That was
They
completely
actually
uncalled for.
that was bullshit. That was I'm not sure about the whole donate it to charity thing. Yeah, you could probably donate it to like Child's Play or something like that. You would make you would get a lot of good points among gamers if you were to donate to Child's Play, but they should have done it like that. They shouldn't have thrown those games away. I mean, yeah, some of those games weren't really that good, but they threw away Grand Theft Auto 5 for the Xbox 360.
You know, my thing too is the answer that they came up with and saying that they do donate to charities and whatnot. My question is, why would you be a video game retailer and not already be donating to charities, known gaming charities like Extra Life and Child's Play?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah. I heavily think that. I think it's just stupid that they're doing this and throwing away. Not only throwing away Grand Theft Auto 5, which is a very popular game, even still on the last gen consoles, but throwing away a set of Turtle Beaches. I'm using Turtle Beaches right now to talk into. That's what I'm wearing right now on my head and my
Wasn't there a
microphone.
copy of was it Advanced Warfare in there too?
What? Advanced Warfare?
Wasn't there a copy of Advanced Warfare in there?
It
I
was
don't recall. I don't
Black
remember if
Ops
there were.
2. It was actually
Okay.
Black Ops 2.
Oh,
Okay.
welcome aboard.
How's it going? I'm sorry I'm late.
JT. It's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I could keep it going for a little bit longer. I could probably keep it going for
Sushi
another half
Lulu's
hour.
Sushi's Lulu's talking layman online streaming.
Who? What? Sushi Lulu is?
Yeah,
Talking
she's
to
talking
who?
about Randy Harper.
Oh.
Oh.
I despise that woman a lot, but that's.
Randwell.
But Randy Harper's not gaming related. That's Gamergate related. That's
I know,
a
right.
whole different
Sorry.
story. It's
Yeah.
okay. But you could say that she's talking about that, but that's a Gamergate stream that I could do another that I could do.
Yeah.
Andrea Doll could do. That's Andrea Doll's thing. That's why I'm not doing gaming Gamergate streams. That's Andrea Doll's thing. You
Yeah,
have your stream every Friday.
Yeah, I do that.
I do This Week in Gaming every Thursday. So yeah, I
It's fine.
decided to send it out to a lot of people. I even sent it out to Lisa, even though she's not in any shape. But I'm gonna do it on just do it every week now, just because I missed her last time on Twitter when she says, "Could I join in last week?" So yeah, I have to now make sure I have to check Twitter from now on and see if
Yes.
anybody wants to be a part of it.
Oh, you know what? I just remembered. Just recently, what is it called? Ori and the Blind Forest released as well.
Really?
Have you guys played that game? That game really looks amazing. I haven't played it yet, but I do want to play it, and I really enjoyed the demos that they were showing before it released, as they were
Okay.
showcasing what it's got going on.
Okay, JT, what's your opinion on Nintendo? I'm going to ask you these questions. First
Okay.
one, what's your opinion on you weren't here. What's your opinion on Nintendo announcing their new console?
The new console
The new console that they're their new project that they're
they're
working
working on.
And
The internet.
and,
The,
No, the NX.
the improve. I think they're trying to improve services like the online service that they're doing for Nintendo because I have to admit, it's a great idea. It's pretty interesting how they're gonna use the Nintendo Dina, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
the Dina, yeah, that's yeah. But I'm thinking of that new gaming thing that they're talking about.
Yeah,
That
he's talking about the whole new
Yeah, because
gaming
they're focusing
platform,
on
codename
they're
NX.
focusing on the mobile gaming side of things as well. Because
yeah.
they're using technology like, for example, for the Wii U, it's a touchpad.
Yeah, I could see that. I could
And
see
it's like
the,
a 3D. It's like a 3DS,
mhm.
except you're playing it on your TV.
Yeah,
Did
And
that
it's
even go over very well? Like how many people?
it didn't sell that well, honestly, because
what
the
the 3D
marketing. The reason why it failed because they didn't market the Wii U well enough. They were depending on YouTube to market the whole thing.
Oh man, that they shouldn't have done that. That was a stupid thing. Yeah, there were a lot of people out there that said PewDiePie, Smosh Games, iJustine, all of them were playing in the Wii U and stuff like that. Smosh, all of them, they were playing the Wii U. I think OK might have done it, but I'm not sure about Markiplier and those ones, but they were all playing the Wii U and stuff, but their millions of subscribers weren't buying them. So
Yeah, because it wasn't really.
because I looked in the comments and stuff, and they said this is the next Nintendo console, like that. And there were a lot of other people saying, "I'll just wait for the PS4. I'll just wait for the Xbox."
Yeah, because
720."
it wasn't really because in Europe I remember people commenting saying that they would rather spend money on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 because it had more memory to save games, while the Wii U had like 32 gigs.
Yeah.
But they also sold the 8 gig models, but the problem was the 8 gig models didn't really impress people because the fact is they need more memory just to save games.
Yeah, that was Nintendo's biggest mistake. Was that right there?
Yeah, because their storage space was not that big. If they would have put more memory on it and say, here we go, the price tag is $300 something bucks, people would buy it. But
yeah, but they didn't.
Because I would rather, I would spend money on it. Heck, I spent money on playing like old games on that thing, and it does play old games.
Yeah, the new Nintendo though, what do you expect it to look like if they do when they actually announce the next gen console? What do you expect it to be? x86 or powerful PC?
Well, they're gonna probably use the. They need to have something like 8 gigs of RAM.
Oh yeah.
That's the standard that they should have, and a powerful processor like an AMD or something like that.
Yeah.
They should have a powerful processor in that system. Not a Power PC, but unfortunately PowerPC, they're using old technology.
Yeah,
on that
Power
system.
PC architecture. But yeah, I heavily think that's going to be a brand new. If Nintendo waits a few years, they could probably put a 4K graphics processor in it. I'm not sure if they will do that or not
No,
because
they
Nintendo. If Nintendo was smart, they would put something that's equivalent to like a 970 in there. If Nintendo was smart,
Here's the thing,
Nintendo
like
was
when you're
smart.
talking about making a game console, if
Yeah.
they were to take current hardware, like if you like, even if you took
Yeah, it
my
would be
old ass
expensive.
video card that I have right now and put it in a console, you can definitely do 4K. Like those consoles do not need to be as powerful as current, computers.
Yeah.
Because they're not running a full-blown operating system in the background with all of these other processes and services running, and it doesn't do multitasking and whatnot. Like it's just playing a game or watching a movie or playing music or whatever.
Yeah, because they need to add a music. They need to use the Wii. They need to add in the Wii version of Wii Music into that system.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
they need to honestly add that because a lot of people miss that one, and I'm surprised Nintendo has yet to research that software to actually make it play music.
We're talking about Nintendo in recent times right now. We're talking about the same company that is convinced and tried to convince everyone else that the Wii U was a perfect name for that system, even though
I know
there was
they
massive
failed.
about
You're
it.
The
right.
Nintendo, what people are calling is the Next. They want to call codename N. I think it's NX. What is it
Yeah,
called?
Nintendo
NX.
NX. Yeah. People are saying it's Next. People are saying
Oh, next.
they should call it. They should call it the Next.
They should call it the Nex or the Nexus or the Nintendo Galaxy
Nexus
system.
would be awesome, or even
Nexus
give
is
the
already
name
taken by.
or give it the name they wanted that they should have given the Wii, the Revolution.
Yeah, the
Uh,
Revolution.
I think
Because I remember watching some
Revolution,
old
that was a code name,
talk
though,
from
right?
people. I've
Yeah, that was
learned.
an awesome code name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the one thing happened when they announced the Wii. I've heard stories, talk to people about this in the bathroom stalls at the GDC or whatever it was. I forgot which one it was called. There was a sign that says Wii and it pointed down to the urinals in the bathroom. The Wii sign it points down towards the urinals.
Oh,
Yes, forgot
That's
where I
amazing.
heard that one from. I think it was one of Rich's videos. One of his friends were on or something like that. I'm not sure when, but that's when people and the one who was doing this was a video person, and he was taking a video of it and stuff, and he walked right into the room and stuff, and he's asked if he could look at the games, and he saw his press pass on, so he got to play Legend of Zelda, and they were like, this is not that great of a game, and they were like, yeah, like that, some of the people that were working there. Compared to like the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 when those games were being shoved around a lot. The Xbox 360 was released, and they were talking about they changed the name of the Nintendo Wii Revolution to the Nintendo Wii, and I was like,
Yeah.
Nintendo, Satoru Iwata, what were you smoking?
I think he was
I
still
don't
high
think he-
on all of that money that
Well,
he got from the
uh,
DS.
According to him, he said they didn't do the research.
Oh,
Clearly not.
Technology. 'Cause they honestly didn't do the research on the technology that they were using, or what average game developers were programming on.
yeah.
Yeah,
They-
and that's
the
the
fact that
other reason. That's the other reason that makes me say that the NX it has to be a home console because
Yeah.
no developers wants to develop on that platform anymore. The platform that the Wii U is on, nobody wants to deal with that. Like
I know, especially when it's like a PC
they
power.
for
Power to PC
for
architecture.
PS3. That's why Sony had to buy so many companies so that they can get exclusives again.
Yeah.
That's why they had to
Sony-
open their stuff up for indie developers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's why like Epic Games is giving away the Unreal Engine for free. I'm not sure whose idea was it. It was like Epic Games just wanted to get more money out of the royalties, so like the 5% royalty thing, or
Yeah, that's only if you get.
and then they have. But I'm just saying
$20,000 in
that.
sales or something.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it like this.
Yeah.
Epic Games, I think Sony had something to do with the whole Epic Games thing being put out for free. Maybe because of the whole Sony giving away their thing for free. Maybe the Unreal Engine 4 being out. And I looked at Unreal Tournament, the new one that came out.
Mm-hmm.
It looks really good.
It's a pretty good game, I have to say, but I tried so hard working with the editing software for the Unreal Tournament, like trying to make the Guy Fawkes mask, and it was really hard to do that, so I haven't gotten around to do that yet. Because I want to do that first. I want to be the first one to put that one up.
But speaking of which, I kind of have to say this about the Wii U, is that
Okay.
the Unreal Engine 4 doesn't work with the Wii U.
Yeah, I know it doesn't. The Unreal Engine 4 really works for x86.
Yeah,
But
and
who
it's
is really interested in developing their games for the Wii U though?
And no
Indie
one.
developers.
Why would you want to?
developers.
Yeah,
Hey,
if you
but-
made like
Okay,
if you
yeah,
made a.
but how? Okay, but here's a question to any indie developer that is developing for the or like making their game and putting it on the Wii U, because I can't
That
imagine
would take a
any
lot of
indie
work.
developer wants to
Yeah.
develop solely for the Wii U. But who is gonna want to play your game on the Wii U? Right? Like people get the Wii U so that they can play like Smash,
Mario.
Mario.
and Mario, and Zelda. Like
Star
who's gonna
Fox.
buy your indie game on the Wii U?
When there's only 7 million people that randomly want to buy games.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I know a lot of people that have the PS4, me included. I don't buy indie games for the PS4. I don't buy the indie games for the PS4 at all, but I buy them for the PC. That's where I buy my indie games, is on the PC. I don't buy them on the PS4 because I don't like the
I
controls.
would
of the PS4.
imagine you'd be way more successful developing for the PS4 than the Wii U.
Yeah, it would
Yeah.
be way more successful, but people like me, we don't play. I play my indie games on Steam. They're much more cheaper to buy them on Steam, and
Yeah, there you go.
Sony and Gabe Newell doesn't force us to doesn't force
Screw
us to
you over
pay.
on this issue.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, Sony's trying to work at that. And Nintendo, if they could put something, if they can make the next gen console 4K, they'll be the first people to do it. If they can make it something that can match up to Microsoft and Sony, if Sony brings theirs out later, it'd be amazing. They would if they put in a really well built x86 game console in a few years and stuff like that, and get enough companies to make exclusives for that again, and say, hey, we're now doing x86. Maybe DICE might come back to Nintendo. Maybe DICE might make a few games for Nintendo. Maybe
Yeah.
Activision might put a Call of Duty game on Nintendo, even though I don't think Call of Duty is going to last that much longer. But yeah, maybe
Matter of fact,
DICE might put
don't
maybe.
even
But
drive
one of the
Like-
biggest problems is they're bringing back Battlefront. Nintendo has to get their butts in gear before Battlefront 3 comes out, or maybe at least after, or put it, or make sure they get the game on the Wii U when it comes out. I mean, come on now, Battlefront 3, Star Wars Battlefront 3 is coming out pretty soon.
That's not doing what I asked.
Why is okay? Well, anyway.
Yeah. So.
What's up?
Yeah. So basically, that's the whole situation with Nintendo.
The only thing they're trying to do, they're focusing on digital distribution.
That's
Yeah.
what I was just coming to that. I said, you know what? Don't even put a disk drive in that system. Make that
I
box
know.
smaller, or
Yes.
put it like huge ass hard drives in there.
They
Put,
need
like,
to-
fucking
yeah, I do
3 of them
agree.
in there.
Replace their
With that, with the Wii U issue. The problem that I have with it is that it doesn't work with no powered hard drives. USB port
Yeah.
is not that powerful enough to handle it. You have to have like
It's
something.
not putting out 5 volts.
Yeah. It doesn't. The USB ports don't, because it uses less power.
Twitter.
I own a Wii U, dude. I own the white original 8 gig model.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Wii U. I might buy a Wii U if Star Fox or Legend of Zelda ever comes out, but I didn't buy it for the Super Smash Brothers.
I
did
bought it
guy
for
was
Mario
so
Kart.
Mario
I bought
Kart. Oh, that
Yeah,
like how
I am
Rich
down
from,
with racing.
like
I'm
Rich
down
from
with.
VTech USA always said it. Oh, the power of a Nintendo exclusive.
Yeah.
If something ever happened and Nintendo gets out of the console making business like Sega did, if they ever lose it, you want to know how much Microsoft and Sony would be battling to have Mario Kart on their game system?
No, fuck that. Put Mario Kart on PC.
But here's the thing that I liked about the system is that you could play Wii games on this thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you can't play GameCube games on it. So
Yeah, and that's the sad part. But you know what? You can actually right now they're trying to experiment and put Wii U games, GameCube games on the console
Oh, like
or virtual console.
like re-release it to like what they did with Wind Waker.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
I don't
please
think it's
put
gonna
back-
be as successful as with Wind Waker. I really don't.
I know.
Please
But
put
they're going to
back
try to
that
do it
game
with
songs.
virtual console.
Nope.
Because they're already releasing they're planning on I think they released Punch Out.
Really?
Yeah.
Punch Out? Oh
Yeah,
man.
the
The
Wii version.
GameCube. The GameCube was one of the first steps in Nintendo going downhill. The N64 wasn't the best because they still wanted to stick with what was it called? Cartridge-based game systems, but
Yeah.
because they didn't want to close down
Let
their
me go
cartridge
look in the
factory yet.
let me look in the store right now and see what they have.
Okay, but the cartridge factory, they didn't want to close down their cartridge factory just yet, so they made the N64 cartridge-based.
Close their end label factory.
I liked the Nintendo 64, don't get me wrong, and I liked the GameCube. They were two of the last best consoles Nintendo ever made.
Yeah, I
The
like
GameCube matched the Xbox 360 in performance. The problem was they gave you a tiny ass CD drive, that disk drive, that tiny ass little disk drive, because Japanese people love small things, so they made it small. Like that Family Guy video where it's like the Japanese girls loving tiny things. So it's like
Yeah.
tiny dog, tiny, and one pulls open their shirts. It's tiny everything like that. So the Japanese people, they like compact stuff. I'm not sure why they like it all to be
It's
compact,
because
but
they need everything compact because they literally live in valleys
smaller.
between mountains.
oh,
Like it's
yeah,
not like here
Yeah.
in the U.S. where we just got huge ass ranges of land that isn't being used at all. Like they have to use
their
every
apartments
inch
are
over
small.
there.
I get it, but they could have made the discs a little bit bigger.
They could have gone with a regular size disk drive.
Yes.
That's for sure.
They could have gone with DVD. They should have done DVD back then.
Yeah,
They
but
could.
They didn't.
or at least full CD or something. Jesus Christ.
Or Blu-ray, because they have the Blu-ray technology, but I don't know why they don't.
No, they never.
Not at that time.
Not in the
Not at that
seventh
time.
generation. When the sixth generation started, DVD was starting to come up, being a popular use. And then when the PlayStation 2 was the first one to use it, then I think the Xbox was the second one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. If it was,
Blu-ray was not around until the seventh generation. That was
Yes.
not around until the PS3 came out.
yeah,
And
when
that
the
was the
PS3
reason
came
why-
out.
That was
Yeah.
the reason why the PS3 was so expensive because they had. I happened to have been following the laser, stuff that was going on at the time, and they literally just broke the frequency to get blue or violet laser lights,
Mhm.
and Sony rushed in, swooped it up, paid all of this money to get it, so that they'll be the only ones to have it, and implemented it into some Blu-ray.
And they charged it so
drive.
high up that
Yeah, that's
that
why
was
it cost like $700 and $900 for the PlayStation 3 because
No,
it
it's
had
like-
brand new
it was
technology.
$600 where I live. It
Well,
was $600 here.
I think the lowest price at that time when it first came out was $700. I don't
Yeah,
know where you were at.
But you know what? When I first walked the stores, I went after the game came out. I was like, okay, I'm not going to see a PlayStation 3 at all in the stores because that's what the Xbox 360 was like when it first came out. You couldn't see it for a full year at a store
Um,
up in
I gotta
stores. They
go.
had like it was full of PS3s.
I gotta go.
Okay,
Okay.
see you later, Stupe.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, I'll keep this thing up for a few more minutes longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the PS3 and but Nintendo right now, yeah, they should not have if they don't want to put a Blu-ray in there, like a functioning Blu-ray player in there, they shouldn't even be having a disc drive at all.
Yeah, don't put a disc drive in there at all. Nintendo, if you're listening, don't put a disc drive in your new console, period.
Yeah, if people have a problem
Sell
with
games
that,
on
they,
SD cards.
yeah, or just like have a game already installed in on it when you play it. Like remember when the Super Nintendo came out, you got Super Mario or what was it called? Super Mario World? Yeah, it was Super Mario World. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had Super Mario World that came with it. Put something like that. Put a Mario game in there with it. Put a Mario Kart game, whatever. Put
That's
something
all
in there
anybody
with
want
it.
to play anyway.
Yeah. The days of like trying to go to the game store on day one to get a game because it'll be sold out are over. The days of pre-order are over.
I wish days of pre-order was over, but unfortunately
It's still
not.
it's if we the way it's over is if we gamers say it's over by not pre-ordering anymore.
Yeah, we need to
And
stop
we
pre-ordering.
don't have to. We don't have to pre-order anymore. More and more people will say that. Yeah, you might be able to get the game like a week before, so you can pre-download it. But that'll be the only excuse for pre-orders. Like get it the week before and have it preloaded onto your game, so you can play it when it first comes out.
Yeah, that should be the only reason.
Yeah, and
pre-orders
I
still
think
exist.
I think that's going to be the thing that happens because we have to tell them enough is enough. Oh,
Yeah.
you get a shiny new this or that, and yeah,
Yeah,
if they're
that's
like
what needs to
collector's
stop.
edition boxes, I could see that like collector's edition boxes. I got Assassin's Creed 3 and Assassin's Creed Black Flag, so I got these cool statues. I got a revolutionary flag and a pirate flag with the assassin symbol on them. I love
Yeah.
those. Those are pretty freaking awesome.
But this stuff of like, oh, you pre-order it and you get something that no one else is gonna get because they didn't give us money early, that needs to stop.
Yeah,
Right?
that
Matter of
definitely
fact,
stuff.
if you want me to pre-order, I should be getting a discount for giving you
Yeah.
all of my money early. Number
Yeah.
one, and I should definitely be able to preload because
Yeah, one
sometimes
thing that
you
they did
pre-order
with
and you can't preload.
WWE 2K15, they tried doing the pre-order and stuff like that. There were two pre-orders that you do.
Ah, damn
One of them was you get Sting, which he's a popular wrestler. Don't get me wrong. Anybody that's ever watched wrestling knows who Sting is. But there was another one called the Hulkamania edition where you got Hulk Hogan. It was like $80. I'm like, is that it? And they give you a bunch of other things, including they cut up the canvas for one of the rings where you actually get it in a box and stuff. I didn't get this thing, by the way, but
Update.
they gave you like a cut up piece of canvas from one of the rings from, I think it was WrestleMania, or no, it's like one of the Raws with Hulk Hogan in it. Yeah, they cut that canvas up, and yeah, the rings are made of canvas, by the way.
Oh yeah, guys, I found something.
Right ahead.
Metroid Prime Trilogy is $19.99 and it's for Wii, and it's of course you can download it on the Wii U.
What
Yeah.
was Metroid
Metroid
Prime?
Prime Trilogy for download.
Which Metroid Prime, the 3D ones or the old ones?
Trilogy.
Yeah,
Oh.
Metroid Prime trilogy.
Are those the
Metroid
older
Prime
ones or the? Oh, I can't.
So Prime 2, Echo.
Oh, the GameCube ones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
not the GameCube. Yeah, the GameCube. Yeah, but they redid it on.
Wii?
Yeah.
Oh. I liked Metroid Prime for the GameCube. I liked it. I enjoyed it at the time. But the third one sucked.
yeah, they're selling that too. He says the whole trilogy.
That one for the Wii sucked.
Let's see. Fire Emblem.
Still better than Other M.
Yeah,
Oh.
they're selling the old old Fire Emblem on Wii.
Yeah. Oh, what's your opinion on GameStop throwing away the games and stuff like that? Throwing away the Turtle Beach headphones, cutting the games and stuff like that.
It's a waste of money, and plus they think they have a lot of money just to throw that stuff away is kind of.
Let me
Wrong.
tell you something.
Especially-
I haven't been to a
especially-
GameStop in like in about a year. I haven't been to a GameStop in about a year.
I haven't been to a GameStop in a long while either,
Yeah.
and honestly, it's kind of sad, especially. I stopped going to GameStop a long time ago.
Best Buy is getting my money, not GameStop.
That's fine.
wow.
Yeah,
It's
if
just-
any of you have a PlayStation 4, by the way, and you need to get a controller, get it from Best Buy and get a warranty on it. The right analog stick is kind of defective. There are some problems with that, and the R2 button, the hinges on it are just fused into the plastic, and they break really easily, and it screws up. The R2 button, the most used button on the PlayStation 4 controller, is broken. It has a breaking feature in it. So all I have
My
to say
controller's
is,
been perfect. Both of them.
oh, really? But I have a problem with that.
Shoot, they could have used that stuff to refurbish controllers, the parts, including the. They could have easily, if they were gonna throw this stuff away. Yeah, I do agree they need to donate it to charity. They need to, if they felt that it wasn't selling, for Christ's sakes, he could have used that as a tax write-off.
Yeah.
And donated that stuff.
You
But-
bring a good point though too. You could, in the case of those controllers, they could have took those apart and just sold the individual parts that were still functional.
Yeah.
You sell the board, sell the buttons, all
There's
of that
one thing
stuff.
I know about GameStop though. They don't take broken controllers. I tried to sell one of my broken R2 controller buttons, broken R2 controllers. They wouldn't take it.
They don't take anything broken, do they?
No, they
don't
don't. No,
even-
consoles probably, but controllers no. They don't take.
I can see them
broken
taking broken
accessories.
consoles.
Yeah, because
Broken
I could easily
accessories,
take it apart, and if I had the parts, if I had like the screwdriver for it, like the mini screwdrivers to use for these things, I could easily take it apart, fix the issue on one of the controllers, and be like, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Because I used to remember the old PlayStation 2s, and I used to remember that thing broke a lot.
Yeah. Oh man.
Those PlayStation 2 controllers were a bitch to fix, and I fixed one time. I was like, looking at the wiring and everything, I was like, okay, that's okay. The stick is broken. I might as well just pull it out and replace it with the Mad Cat one.
Mm-hmm.
Because God knows.
Yeah, I heavily agree. The PlayStation 2 is crap. The PlayStation 2 controllers were crap. So yeah, that's basically all I have for a discussion for this week.
Okay.
So I did just remember one thing.
Go ahead.
While we were talking about Metroid, I forgot we weren't supposed to know who Samus Aran is in the first place.
Yeah, I used to remember back in the days, people had a hard time saying, "Is this a woman?" Or until the end of the game, you find out.
I'm talking about that article
know what?
yesterday.
Samus Aran's a perfect character for a playable female character in video games. That's all I have to say about that.
That's
It
fine.
always comes up anytime someone asks about
Girls in
female
gaming.
characters in games. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh,
she's a
yeah,
badass. She's like
especially
like-
that article.
She's the voice. She's a voiceless badass in video gaming. She's one of those voiceless badasses in video games. She doesn't talk at all, and that's what everybody likes about
Let's see.
Samus.
Let's see. I did remember that tweet about there was an article about Nintendo
Yeah.
that someone brought up about the female character thing. And I was like,
Oh man, yeah.
I was upset with that. I was like, they just said no, Samus Aran is like, bitch. She was a popular character too. Don't forget that.
Eh,
And she actually had to fight monsters by her fucking self.
yeah, and it was tough playing her, even though she had that heavy suit on, which was one of my favorite battle suits in video game, power armor in video game.
Yeah.
Samus, it was tough play Metroid. Metroid is a tough game to play.
It is. It really is. It's tough to navigate. Like you really need to use that map all the time to
Yeah,
keep up
you
with
get
where you
lost.
are.
You lost really well, and the enemies are annoying. They're a nuisance, and and the boss fights, forget about it. They're tough.
Yeah. But
And
this
you're-
article is about Nintendo's celebrating Women's History Month by displaying their strong female characters to celebrate. And this woman wrote an article, and she's complaining about some of. Okay, here's the title of the article: Nintendo's strong females are everything that's wrong with video games. And she's going on, and the main argument that she was pulling here is that the two female protagonists that really caught her attention, Toadette and Bombette, and she's like, "Well, I've never heard of these characters." And then she goes on to say, "Here's a list of female characters that Nintendo intends on celebrating for Women's History Month: Tetra from Legend of Zelda, the Wind Waker. Of course, we all know." Anyone who's played the game know that that's actually Zelda.
Yeah, and she was a badass too in that game.
Toadette from the Mario series, Bayonetta from Bayonetta, Rosalina from Mario.
First party from Sega.
Yeah.
Bayonetta though, Bayonetta is pretty good though. She's also a badass. I mean, come on now. These women are tough characters. Peach, at times, is a badass.
Well, Peach is not on there. Yeah, but she is. And Lucina from Fire Emblem, Samus Aran from Metroid, and Bombette from Paper Mario. And then she goes on to say, "Have you heard of most of these characters? Didn't think so."
Yes? What a dumbass. No one's ever heard... Who would say they never heard of Samus Aran? Has she ever even played Metroid, that idiot?
She thinks that Toadette and Bombette are, as Anita Sarkeesian puts it, Mrs. Male character, as in a, resexing of known male characters. That's what she thinks.
Oh,
she thinks
that gave me brain cancer.
Yeah, so she says that Bombette and Toadette are nothing more than pink versions of the male characters.
Yeah. Okay, Blake, your turn. We've been talking about this, and I've been talking about this with JT, Lion, even Stupi, even talked about it. Nintendo's new console announcement that they're working on a new console, the NX or the NX. What's your opinion on that?
I haven't heard shit about this. When did this happen?
Just recently, Nintendo I think it was during one of their shareholder meetings or something like that, they were talking about that they were working on with the mobile platform and stuff like that. They were working with the mobile platform, and they were also working with the a gaming platform called the NX, codenamed the NX, or what all of us like to call the Next. It's
purely next gen then.
Yeah, I'm hoping it'll be an x86 game system, and they dump power for PC.
Yeah, here's another good question about the NX though. If it is a brand new home console, would that then be the first 9th generation console, or would this consider a part of the 8th generation?
It'd be I'm not sure what it'll be. I'm really not sure with Nintendo anymore these days. I'm not sure anymore. If they make it 4K and they put it to like current PC gaming specs, they could make it look like you can play Crysis 3 on maximum settings with no problem at all whatsoever. If they could put
here's the issue. I'm sorry to interrupt. The issue is that you gotta admit Nintendo's very cheap on the console. When it comes down to it, their philosophy, they believe that the cheaper the hardware is, the better the games that they make on the system can possibly sell.
Yeah.
And look what happened with the Wii.
I think that might have happened because of the Wii. Because, they didn't have really powerful hardware in it. I mean, the Wii was literally just the GameCube. That's why it was able to play GameCube games.
When they talked about it, people were talking about it, it was the dev kits for the Wii were the same dev kits they used for the GameCube. It's just a slightly modified GameCube dev kit.
That's why the Dolphin emulator for PC works with Wii games as well, because it's the exact same hardware. The only thing that's different between the Wii and the GameCube is, well, first of all, it uses full-size disc, and also, obviously, the controllers. Different control scheme.
The Wii is just an overclocked GameCube processor. Yeah. That's all it is.
So, they got success with the Wii and it was lower end hardware for that generation. But it's not successful because it was low end specs. It was successful because of the control scheme. People like that. People
Yep.
like the controller.
I loved the Wii's controller. Yeah, it was fun for a while. It was a great party device, but trying to play Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess on it was a
Yeah.
nightmare. I
It's a
wanted to play.
party game.
I bought the GameCube game when it came out, the GameCube version when it came out, and someone got me a Wii version when I graduated high school. I'm like, oh, you wanted this game out? I'm like, I already bought it on the GameCube because I knew the Wii version sucked. So I played the GameCube version instead because, well, I love the GameCube version. I love the GameCube games. I love the GameCube controller. GameCube controller was the last great controller Nintendo ever made, and then the Wii
Yeah, it
came out.
was. And you know, and that's the thing. If you aren't coming with the same graphics that everybody else is, and you aren't coming with a unique control scheme like you did with the Wii, just don't come at all. Like, it's no point.
Yeah, I remember when Nintendo when Nintendo came out with the Wii, they were selling like crazy, and I'm like, why? I got one for graduation, and I went like, why? Why didn't you just give me the PS3 or even the Xbox 360 would have been better? And my mom says, no, I heard it had software failure. Yeah, better software failure and just getting a warranty on it than buying the freaking Nintendo Wii. Yeah, and I graduated in 2008, so they had that feature almost fixed with Red Ring of Death around that time. So
It wasn't quite as bad as the news made it seem anyway.
yeah, but I'm just saying, I'd rather have the Wii I'd rather have the 360 instead of the Wii. And I never liked Xbox, and my mom didn't want to pay a couple $100 for a PlayStation 3. She'd rather pay $200 for the Nintendo Wii. So I got a Nintendo Wii, which I never liked anyway. I liked Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, but I got the game. I requested the GameCube version. I went like, don't ever buy that game for me. You can buy whatever else you want for that thing, but don't ever buy the Wii version of it. And someone got me for my graduation the Wii version for it. I'm like, oh, great. And I played it just to say, I shouldn't be judging it because all my friends said it was shit on the Wii. GameCube, get it on the GameCube. I sold the GameCube one, which I regret to this day for selling it a long time ago because
Could
I
you
got rid
not
of my
use the
GameCube.
GameCube controller with that game on the Wii?
I'm not sure, but I played it. But I got rid of my GameCube, and because I could play my GameCube games on the Wii, so which was a big mistake. I gave it to one of my cousins, but I kept my
looked it up. It
GameCube
doesn't work.
controller and the memory stick and stuff like that in the games. So I played like my Factor 5 games, like Star Wars, Rogue Squadron, those games, and I kept Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess, and Wind Waker, and I played those games on the Wii, and they were amazing. They worked really well, and I rather play those GameCube games on the Wii instead of those instead of playing the games that were the game that was originally designed to be on a GameCube, converted to the Wii. I have a lot of hatred for the Wii. That was my first 7th-gen game system, and I hated it. So my dad knew that I hated it so much. He said, "I'll get you some," and he bought me a brand new Asus laptop, which was like first generation of the Asus laptops, which was like $1,500.
Oh.
At the time, it was 3 gigabytes of RAM, had a brand new ATI 250 megabyte video card in it. All that stuff. He bought me that. He bought me that brand new gaming laptop, HD, everything. It was really well built. It was a really well built laptop. Intel dual core processor back in 2008 was one of the best you could ever have.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had all that, and that I gave up on console gaming, and I just went to PC gaming for the longest time. And then my PC was being out of date, so I decided to build one. So yeah, I have a hatred. Nintendo is what forced me to go on a PC, and I would love to see them make a new Wii again. I would love to see them. Not a new Wii. No, get rid of that name. Get rid of that name for good. Never ever use the Wii ever again. Never use the Wii ever again. Make it the next. Make it something like that. Make it the Revolution, like the Wii was supposed to be called. Give it the Revolution. Make the next gen console the Revolution. Put 4K graphics on there. Do something that Sony and Microsoft can't do.
Well, they
Give us
can,
4K.
but they won't.
They won't give us 4K, and give us 4K, and we'll be thankful for a very long time. We'll be very grateful.
Yeah.
Okay, I did my little rant right there. Of why I hate Nintendo. Why I hate Wii. That's my rant of why I hate the Wii.
I personally, I didn't really hate the Wii. I didn't really hate any of the consoles. It's just the way they handled the situation. They just basically, it felt like they weren't really trying to, be the best system in the world. They were just trying to make games on it. That was pretty much
All
what
of them were kind of doing that. The 7th generation was not a very good one.
The 7th generation actually was a pretty good generation, though. I enjoyed the
Near
PlayStation
the
3's.
end. Only
What the
near
fuck?
the end.
Kojima got kicked out of Konami?
Yeah, he
What?
got kicked out
What?
of Konami.
You just now seeing that?
You just saw
He
that,
didn't get
Brian?
kicked
Blake,
out of
you just saw
Konami.
that, Blake.
He is leaving Konami
Yes.
for now. There is no evidence saying that he's leaving the company altogether forever.
Well, who?
Kojima.
Kojima,
Oh, great.
Yeah, he's leaving Konami for right now. So, yeah, Konami's screwed, in my opinion.
Oh, well, looks like Metal Gear
It's
is
just
not
like
gonna be-
how Don Matrix almost killed Microsoft. I don't know who's in charge of Konami, but hopefully they're not like Don Matrix, because if they are,
Kojima!
Konami's gonna do like Microsoft and the Xbox One E3, where they come out there and like, hey, you like games? Well, too bad. Here's TV.
TV this, TV that, TV this, TV that.
Yes, we're going to
You know
introduce
what?
you to
You know what I
Metal
have?
Gear, the movie.
You know what I have? I have my PC that I can plug into my TV, and I can watch TV through that way. I have a streaming service I get for TV and stuff, and I'd
Who
rather
doesn't?
watch
Everybody's
TV
got
through.
Netflix or Hulu or Amazon Prime.
Yeah, that's what people use nowadays. They don't use even PlayStation Plus. You're getting Powers or whatever that show is called for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that show is freaking awesome. But I mean, come on now. Why would you? Why would people want to buy? And here's a new announcement. PlayStation View, or whatever that thing is called, was just released. I hate it. You know why? They charge a lot for it, and it only works in 3 cities. Let me show you. I'm going to click on it right now, and it says Chicago, New York City, or Philadelphia. Only 3 cities that you can play it on.
Oh God, and they spell it VUE.
Yes.
Like people that wanna, like when they wanna say new, they say neo or some stupid stuff like
View. Oh, it's just a hipster word. I get it. But yeah, start viewing like that instead of viewing or viewing. And they make it for freaking Chicago, Philadelphia, and New York. Not Los Angeles, not Seattle. Heck, Missoula, Montana. We have a freaking high-speed internet service. We have fiber optic in the city. I mean, come on now.
Why would they not put it in fiber optic places, like specifically
Yes.
where Google Fios is at?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the problem is. I think they might have realized that, okay, that's where a lot of the PlayStation users are. I know.
I'm surprised that Sony is doing this, because it appears that they're trying to cut everything and just focus on PS4.
PlayStation. Yeah, which is probably smarter than to do, because their TVs are going, their sales, but I don't know why they sold online.
Even their
entertainment.
PC, even their
They
PC,
sold PC. They sold whatever it's called.
the Viro.
Vio.
Yeah,
Yes. They sold
Vio
that.
sucks. They've always sucked. Vio sucked for a long time.
I think it was more made for not
For
for
sucky
educate
people.
for certain things that they could do right is the Blu-rays, The Blu-ray players are fine. But I guess they kind of wanted to give up on their electronics division because they were losing money.
And the VAIO was for people who went to the computer stores and thought, wow, since this computer costs like $500 more than everything else, it must be better.
Oh man, I've made that mistake so many times. Okay, so this PC part's more expensive, so it's probably gonna work better. I've made that mistake in the past. I'm never making that mistake again. I look at reviews of it before I buy it.
That's why Apple sells so many computers, because people see they're like, oh, this 13-inch computer costs $1,300, so it must be good.
So yeah, the computer I just built that cost around $800 because I was dumb and I put a 980 in or 970 in, but I could have probably built it cheaper and just put in one of the older NVIDIA or the EVGA cards in. But yeah, this thing is still a heck of a lot. It's like close to like $900 what I built, but I could have probably have just bought this thing. I built this thing, but what was cheaper is it's still like $600 cheaper than the cheapest Apple product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're always going to get that. Yeah. And no matter how much money you spend on a PC, you'd still be spending at least a good $600 to $800 more on Apple.
Yeah, it was like around $900 because I had to buy a Windows operating system. But yeah,
It's better to buy it at Windows 7.
I bought Windows 8 though.
I bought Windows 8. I like it.
Right, I bought
Who the fuck buys Windows?
It's Windows 8 is better. I mean, because Windows is the only.
Windows 8.1 is.
Yeah, Windows 8.1.
It kind of sucks.
Yeah, 8.1 works well, but 8, yeah, it sucks. And when is 10 coming out? Does anybody know? This is game related because it's PC next year.
No, I said not sure. I don't think they even have a release date yet.
Yeah,
when Windows 10 comes out, I'm getting that.
It's looks like it's estimated for this summer.
I'm gonna wait like a month before I do the upgrade to see what everybody else says, and then I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, because of course they're gonna mess up because every time they release a new Windows, people bitch and complain about that one.
7 was good though. 7 had a good release, so.
It really did okay, but people still complain about it.
Yeah, people are gonna complain. Period. Okay.
I know. It's like every time they say Windows 7 sucks. Then
Okay,
Windows
Vista was
9.
crap. Vista was the worst.
Crap. That was objectively the worst operating system ever.
So was XP. Everyone was like bitching about XP.
No, XP worked in the end. XP was one of the best in the end.
Oh,
But-
fuck me. What just happened?
See, according to ZDNet, Windows 10 to launch this summer with free upgrades even for pirated copies.
What? Oh,
Pirated copies. They were-
Avast, you mateys. Oh man. Oh, the pirates.
Oh man. You're probably hearing the news about Hardline.
Yeah, what the
Yes.
DDoS?
Yeah.
And Dennis must be pissed right now because he's been
Actually, I'm
nothing but
glad I
excited for
didn't.
it.
I didn't buy the game.
I didn't buy it either. I didn't. Does Hardline have a single player mode on, or is it just all online?
It does have a
I think
single
it has
player
a single
mode.
player.
I might do a rent. I might get it on GameFly. I think I'm going to do that right now. Is go on GameFly and just get that game and rent it, because that's what you do if you're unsure about a game. You go on and you rent it from GameFly first, see how it plays on the consoles, and then if you want to buy it on the PC, then more power to you.
That's what I was gonna say. See, we can't do that on PC.
We can't. But
you just
but
gotta
that's
go
why-
all in.
Yeah, but that's why you have a PS4 on backup, just so you can play on PS4 first. And if it works well on the PS4, buy it on the PC. Oh, by the way, everybody that wasn't on JT Blake, Steam sale going on with Take-Two games. I think it's
Take-Two games.
Yeah,
Take-Two
games.
Two games, and
Yeah,
there's
I know.
a few
Yeah,
other things that are on
There's
sale too.
there's like a 75% sale. I just got
They
I
did
just
it
got
for
Tropico
Ubisoft.
Duke Nukem Forever.
They did it for Ubisoft.
No,
Ubisoft.
don't get it. Don't get it.
No,
Thank
I'm
you.
just kidding. I'm just kidding. I wanted to see your reaction.
What the fuck am I doing right now?
Tropico 5, I'm a huge fan of that series. That's on sale. That's on sale right on
I'm
Steam
updating.
right now.
I'm
Crisis.
updating Payday.
What the hell?
Okay.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Mirror's Edge.
Resident Evil Revelations 2, $5.99.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus the
System
DLCs.
Shock. Yeah. Dead Rising 2 off the record. I hated that game. Have any of you ever played Dead Rising 2? Or off the record?
I played number 3 in it.
Yes.
I never liked Dead Rising. Yeah, it's a fun game to have. It's like a sandbox zombie killing game, but
Yeah.
it's only fun for a short while.
Let's see. Let's see
Yeah,
what
it's
the
only
12K.
fun to beat. It's only fun to beat. It's only fun to beat a zombie to death with the umbrella for so long.
Is this the whole catalog? It doesn't really seem like a lot.
There's a
it's
lot of
usually
games
not
on
the
sale.
whole catalog. It's usually like
Hacker
a lot.
Revolution. Hacker Revolution. Have you ever played that one? That one's a pretty
I
good
need
game.
to see if
Never heard of
the DLCs
Hacker
are.
Revolution is $2. I suggest it's kind of like a hacking game where you have to type in. It's a typing adventure game. That's all it is. It's a text adventure type of game, but it's pretty fun actually.
Okay, let's see.
If you like those text adventure games and stuff, yeah, it's not like Depression Quest. I'm just saying it like that. It's not.
Yeah, I don't think anybody wants to play Depression.
No, but Hacker Revolution's a pretty good game. You play a hacker and you're supposed to hack into things, take money and stuff like that. It's a time-consuming game, but it's actually pretty fun if you ever wanted to get into it.
Okay, Borderlands.
There's a lot of games here. Pirates vs. Oh no, that game looks like crap.
What?
Okay, I'm just looking at user reviews. I'll go by user reviews on here. Borderlands 2 is game of the year is $7 or $8.
Yeah.
XCOM, I never played XCOM, but that one's $7. BioShock Infinite, $7.50. BioShock
Infinite.
1 is
I wanted to buy the DLCs, but they're still charging like $19.90 for the thing.
Spec Ops: The Line. Has any of you ever played that one?
Yes, I have. Do you feel like a hero now?
Game, way better than what it was reviewed for. That's for sure.
What, XCOM? Or no, Spec Ops?
Spec Ops.
I have it for the PS3. They gave it to us for free.
Play
PlayStation
it.
Plus.
If you haven't played it, play it.
Oh.
Play it. Don't play multiplayer though.
Blood Dragon is
shoehorned in.
$3.50. Blood Dragon, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
Oh my god, get it. It is so good.
Yes, it is. I played it.
Okay, I'm getting it. It's a standalone game, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Blood Dragon, yeah, that's standalone.
Okay, I'm getting it. It's $3.74. It's $3.75. I never gotten it for
Ooh,
myself.
Judge Dredd.
No.
Judge Dredd versus Death. Dredd versus Death.
Okay, so do we have any more gaming news, or are we maxed out on that?
I think we're out now.
Okay, all right. So, okay, I'm gonna close the stream right now. Thank you guys for whoever was viewing in on my stream. We'll see you and the people that are viewing this after broadcast. I'll see you guys later. I've been your host, Leon Gunstill, JT, Lion, and Blake.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm checking out. See you guys next week.